Welcome, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about a powerful truth that many people forget in their lives. You can do anything. Many people walk through life believing their dreams are too big, their problems are too heavy, or their abilities are too small. They see successful people and think those people are special, lucky, or different. But the truth is something very different. Every great achievement in the world started with an ordinary person who simply refused to believe that their dream was impossible. People who change their lives are not always the smartest people, the richest people, or the most talented people. Often, they are simply the people who keep going when others stop. They believe in their potential, even when the path is unclear. They continue working even when progress is slow. They refuse to let fear decide their future. The truth is that every human being has incredible potential inside them. But most people never discover it because they stop trying too early. Today, I want to share some powerful lessons that can help you realize something important. You're capable of far more than you think. And as you listen in simple English, you are also improving your English listening and understanding. If you want to learn English through powerful lessons and motivational stories like this, make sure to subscribe to this channel and keep learning with us. Lesson 1. Believe in yourself before anyone else does. Every great achievement begins with one powerful decision: believing in yourself. Many people wait for others to believe in them first. They wait for approval, encouragement, or recognition from the outside world. But if you study the stories of successful people, you will notice something interesting. Before anyone else believed in them, they believed in themselves. This belief does not mean arrogance. It means having the courage to trust your potential even when the results are not visible yet. Think about a person who wants to learn a new skill, like speaking English or starting a business. At the beginning, progress is slow. Mistakes happen. Doubts appear. If that person constantly tells themselves, "I can't do this," their motivation will disappear quickly. But if they say, "I may not be good yet, but I can improve," their mind stays open to growth. Belief creates effort. Effort creates improvement. Improvement creates confidence. Confidence creates success. This is how the cycle works. Imagine two people starting the same journey. One person constantly doubts themselves. The other person believes they can grow with practice. Even if both people start at the same level, their futures will be very different. The person who believes in their potential will continue learning. And that continuous learning eventually leads to success. So the first lesson is simple but powerful. Believe in your potential before the world recognizes it. Lesson 2. Stop letting fear control your decisions. Fear is one of the biggest reasons people never achieve their dreams. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, fear of making mistakes. These fears stop people before they even begin. But here is something important to understand. Fear is natural. Everyone experiences fear when they try something new. Even confident people feel afraid sometimes. The difference is that successful people do not let fear control their decisions. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" they ask, "What if I succeed?" Imagine someone who wants to start a new career. They might think, "What if it doesn't work? What if people judge me? What if I make mistakes?" These thoughts can keep a person stuck for years. But when someone changes the question, everything changes. What if this decision changes my life? What if this opportunity leads to something great? Fear does not disappear when you wait. Fear disappears when you move forward despite it. Every time you face fear and take action anyway, your confidence grows stronger. The first step is always the hardest. But once you begin, the path becomes clearer. So remember this powerful idea. Fear is not a stop sign. Fear is simply a signal that you are stepping outside your comfort zone. And outside your comfort zone is where growth begins. Lesson 3. Small daily actions create big results. Many people believe success requires huge, dramatic actions. They imagine that one big moment will suddenly change everything. But real progress usually happens in a much simpler way, through small actions repeated every day. Imagine someone who wants to improve their English. If they study for 5 minutes today and then stop for 3 weeks, progress will be very slow. But if they study for just 20 minutes every single day, something amazing happens. Day by day, their knowledge grows. Week by week, their confidence increases. Month by month, their ability becomes stronger. Small efforts accumulate. Think about a plant growing. Every day the growth is small and almost invisible. But after months of consistent care, the plant becomes strong and tall. Personal growth works the same way. Reading a few pages every day, practicing a skill daily, learning something new regularly. These small habits create powerful long-term results. Many people quit because they expect instant success. But the people who succeed understand the power of patience and consistency. They focus on daily improvement instead of immediate perfection. And over time, those small actions build an extraordinary life. Lesson 4. Stop limiting yourself with negative thoughts. One of the biggest obstacles in life is not the outside world. It is the voice inside your own mind. Many people carry negative beliefs about themselves. They say things like, "I'm not smart enough. I'm not talented. I don't have the right background. I'm not lucky." When these thoughts repeat every day, they slowly become part of a person's identity. The mind starts believing those limitations. And once the mind believes something is impossible, the person stops trying. But here is something important to understand. Many of the limits we believe in are not real limits. They are mental habits. Imagine a person learning to speak English. At the beginning, they make mistakes. They forget words. They feel embarrassed. They start thinking, "I'm bad at English." They may stop practicing. But if they change their thinking to something more powerful like, "I'm learning and improving every day," their behavior changes. The first thought closes the door. The second thought opens the door. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your future. That is why one of the most powerful things you can do is change the way you speak to yourself. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I can learn how to do this." Instead of thinking, "This is impossible," think, "This will take time, but I will figure it out." This simple shift in thinking can completely change your direction. Because once your mind believes something is possible, your effort becomes stronger. And strong effort leads to real progress. Lesson 5. Failure is not the end. It is part of the journey. Many people see failure as proof that they are not good enough. They think that if something does not work the first time, it means they should stop. But successful people see failure very differently. They see failure as a teacher. Every failure contains information. It shows you what does not work. It shows you where you can improve, and it shows you how to adjust your approach. Imagine a scientist trying to invent something new. If their first experiment fails, they do not say, "I am a failure." Instead, they ask, "What can I learn from this?" They adjust their method and try again. Many of the greatest inventions in the world were created after hundreds of failed attempts. The same principle applies to personal success. If you try something and it does not work the first time, that does not mean the dream is impossible. It simply means the method needs improvement. Every mistake brings experience. Every experience makes you wiser. Every attempt makes you stronger. The only real failure is quitting before you discover what you are capable of. So instead of fearing failure, start seeing it as a stepping stone. Every successful person has failed many times, but they continued learning and improving, and eventually, their persistence created success. Lesson 6. Discipline is more powerful than motivation. Many people believe they need motivation to achieve their goals. They wait for the moment when they feel excited, inspired, and ready to work. But motivation is not always reliable. Some days you will feel motivated. Other days you will feel tired, distracted, or discouraged. If you only act when you feel motivated, progress will be very slow. This is where discipline becomes powerful. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you do not feel like doing it. Imagine someone who wants to improve their health. If they only exercise when they feel motivated, they might exercise once or twice and then stop. But if they build discipline, they exercise regularly whether they feel motivated or not. Over time, that discipline produces real results. The same principle applies to every area of life. Learning new skills, improving your career, building confidence, practicing English. All of these require consistent effort. Motivation may start the journey, but discipline carries you to the finish line. Think of discipline as a promise you make to your future self. Every time you keep that promise, your confidence grows. You begin to trust yourself more, and that trust becomes one of the strongest sources of personal power. Lesson 7. Focus on one goal and give it your full energy. One of the biggest reasons people stay stuck is that they try to do too many things at the same time. They want success in everything immediately. They start one thing, then leave it. They start another thing, then get distracted. They keep changing direction. Because of this, their energy becomes weak and scattered. Imagine sunlight falling on the ground. It gives light, but it does not create fire. Now imagine a magnifying glass focusing that sunlight into one small point. Suddenly, the light becomes powerful enough to burn. Your energy works the same way. When your attention is scattered in 10 directions, your results stay weak. But when you focus deeply on one important goal, your energy becomes stronger. This does not mean other things in life do not matter. It means you need one clear direction. For example, if your goal is to improve your English, then every day you should ask, "What did I do today to become better in English?" If your goal is to become healthier, then every day ask, "What did I do today to make my body stronger?" People who achieve great things often become powerful because they stop dividing their energy too much. They choose one path. They stay with it long enough, and they give it their best effort. This lesson is very important because many people do not fail because they are weak. They fail because they are too distracted. Success grows faster when your focus becomes narrow and strong. So do not chase everything at once. Choose one important goal. Give it your heart. Give it your time. Give it your discipline. And let focused effort do its work. Lesson 8. Be patient. Great things. Take time. This lesson is one of the most important of all. Many people give up too early because they expect success too fast. They want results in 1 week. They want confidence in 1 month. They want a transformed life in a few days. But real growth does not happen like that. Think about a tree. When you plant a seed, nothing big happens on the first day. You do not see huge change after 1 week. But if you keep watering it, protecting it, and giving it time, slowly it grows. Your dreams work the same way. Your confidence grows slowly. Your discipline grows slowly. Your success grows slowly. This is why patience is power. Patience does not mean doing nothing. Patience means continuing the work even when results are not yet visible. Imagine someone learning English. In the beginning, they struggle to form basic sentences. They feel slow. They feel embarrassed. If they quit after 1 month, they may never see what they were capable of. But if they continue for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, they will become a completely different person. The same is true for every goal. Business, health, confidence, discipline, success. All of them need time. The problem is that people often compare their beginning to someone else's middle or end. Then they feel discouraged. But every successful person also had a beginning. Every strong person was once weak. Every confident person was once uncertain. Every expert was once a beginner. So do not disrespect your own journey by expecting instant results. Trust the process. Respect time. Continue planting, continue learning, continue improving. Because the person who stays patient while working hard will eventually see the result. Patience is not weakness. Patience is long-term strength. Lesson 9. Your environment matters more than you think. Many people try to stay strong while living in an environment that constantly pulls them down. They surround themselves with negativity. They spend all day with distractions. They live around people who complain, mock ambition, and laugh at discipline. Then they wonder why growth feels so difficult. Your environment shapes your mind. If you live in a place full of noise, laziness, and excuses, it becomes harder to stay focused. But if you build an environment of growth, your progress becomes easier. This is why strong people protect their environment. Environment does not only mean the people around you. It also means what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, what you allow into your mind every day. If you consume negativity every day, your mind becomes heavier. If you consume growth, discipline, wisdom, and powerful ideas, your mind becomes stronger. Let's imagine 2 people again. One person wakes up and immediately watches useless content, listens to negative people, and spends time in distraction. The other person wakes up, reads something useful, listens to powerful ideas, and spends time with people who value growth. After 1 year, their thinking will be very different. And different thinking creates different lives. So if you truly want to become better, ask yourself, what kind of environment am I living in? Is this environment helping me grow or keeping me small? Sometimes improving yourself begins with changing your surroundings. You may not be able to change everything immediately, but you can start small. Choose better content. Choose better conversations. Choose better influences. Protect your mind. Because your environment is either feeding your strength or feeding your weakness. Lesson 10. Never give up on yourself. No matter what has happened in your past, no matter how many mistakes you have made, no matter how many times you have failed, never give up on yourself. This lesson matters because many people are not defeated by life. They are defeated by their own decision to stop believing. They say, "I tried before. I failed too many times. Maybe this life is not for me." But listen carefully. A mistake is not your identity. A failure is not your identity. A difficult season is not your identity. These are experiences, not definitions. As long as you are alive, growth is still possible. As long as you can think, act, and choose again, your story is not finished. This is why you must never speak to yourself as if your future is already closed. The future is not closed. It is being built every single day by your decisions. Maybe progress is slow. Maybe life is difficult. Maybe nobody understands your dream. Still, do not give up on yourself. Because one decision can restart your journey. One habit can rebuild your confidence. One year of discipline can completely change your life. Imagine a person standing at the bottom of a mountain. The top looks very far away. They may feel weak. They may feel tired. But if they keep walking step by step, they will go higher. The mountain does not care how fast they move. What matters is that they keep moving. That is life. You do not need to become amazing overnight. You do not need to fix everything today. You simply need to refuse to quit on yourself. Because the person who continues, even slowly, even imperfectly, even painfully, is the person who gives themselves the chance to win. And that chance is everything.